Today, the community gathers at the St. Louis Cathedral to honor Pope Francis and his passing. Local Catholic Carolyn said his message of inclusion and humility rekindled a long-lost connection to her faith.
For me, he actually made me want to go back to church. I had left the Catholic Church for a while.
Vatican expert Colleen Dooley said Pope Francis was known for gently but deliberately challenging the status quo, even within the Vatican itself.
So he kind of often bypassed traditional Vatican ways of doing things, that he wanted to try to change hearts and minds and cultures first before putting in place like rules changes or legal changes in the church's legal system.
Brother Francis Xavier and seminarian said Pope Francis reminded him to reconnect with art as a sacred practice.
There was one document he wrote talking about like the importance of literature for human formation, and for me that was very convicting. So I started reading novels again after that.
Pope Francis also broke ground by elevating the voices of women in the church.
A lot of doors to women. He appointed the first woman as a prefect of a Vatican office. He often liked to say that, women are better administrators than men and that women get stuff done better.
But it wasn't only women who he affirmed.
Blessing same-sex marriages, for example, not being excluding of trans individuals, caring about refugees and immigrants, and treating people with humanity.
On climate, he reframed environmentalism as a moral obligation.
He framed the issue of climate change as a social justice issue, and that really upset some critics of his. That really gained him some more critics. But the release of Laudato Si actually convinced many American Catholics that climate change was real and that it was a moral issue.
Pope Francis, a reformer and a man who led with mercy.
He really helped me to kind of go back to the heart of the gospel and kind of look at Christ more deeply and understand just the simplicity of love.
I think the biggest thing was just his outreach and his desire to be close to people and present a more welcoming church.
His story ends, but his vision lives on. Violet Bucaro, Wolfpack News.